Good morning. Thanks for joining me. I'm Alene. I'm a jewelry designer, and I have my studio here in Arizona. Now today I want to talk about Moonstone. Moonstone is a gem. It's been around, well, for eons probably. I've started working with it about a year ago, and once I started working with it, I can't stop. It's so beautiful. I'm going to show you a larger piece right now so you know what we're talking about, and then I'll give you a little more detail. First of all, it's got like an opalescent look to it. Most of them are white. You will see some in a peach color as well, but the ones I've been working with are white. You can see this, and hopefully because this is large enough in this camera, you can see the play of colors. It will actually you'll see some blues, kind of pinks, a lot of different colors. It's just so beautiful. Now, a couple things to know. It is the June birthstone, and I'm doing this in June. So June babies, this is something you got to own, right? Okay. And a little bit of history. The ancient Romans, when considered Moonstone a slice of the moon, believe it or not. And in fact, I'm going to be naming that my collection after that, the slice of the moon, because I like it. And they said that, or they believed, I should say, that when you looked into a moonstone, and you would see the goddess Diana, and she would bless you and bring you good luck. So hey, we can all use some good luck now and forever, actually. I'm going to show you a couple of other things too, but there's a couple things to know about Moonstone. First of all, and again, I'm going to pick this larger piece up again because I think it's just easier to see. We're going to look at some more here in a minute, but you can kind of see little tiny lines running through it, and that is the nature of this stone. It's actually got lines at perpendicular, tiny micro lines perpendicular to each other. So it's kind of, I think that's probably what helps on the play of the color are those lines. So because of this, you do need to be careful in taking care of it, because it can be quite fragile. Of course, they are stabilized, so that helps a little bit, but you do want to be a little careful as far as taking care of it. And the other thing about taking care of it, I'll tell you that now, normally I tell you that at the end, but is that it is very sensitive to dryness. So if you live in a dry climate like I do here in Arizona, you need to be careful that you're not like wearing it outdoors, for example, or storing it somewhere let's say in a garage or something that's got the heat continuously, because it will tend to fracture. So you want to keep it in your jewelry box, inside, then you're fine. Anyway, that's what I wanted to tell you about that. I'm going to show you a couple of things here. Let's see if we can get a good look here. Oh yeah, that worked great. First of all, this is a piece of raw moonstone, and you can see the little black pieces in there. That's tourmaline, and tourmaline is actually found a lot in moonstone. And a lot of the pieces you'll see may have little black specks in them, I guess, for lack of a better word. I personally like just the clear white, milky white, so I tend to stay away from the ones with the flecks in them, but they're very popular. So that's what that looks like. I wanted to show you a couple of finished pieces. This is a ring I just finished. And as you can see, I mean, how beautiful is this on your finger? It's just, in fact, I'll put it on my finger. Yeah. I did this one in copper and silver. I do have a couple more in the line that are in just silver. And I'm working on a couple that will be in a gold and steel as well. Now, I wanted to show you, here's another finished piece. I'll show you that it just finished. Now this is done in silver, as you can see. And again, now I think that's a really good one to see the play of color on it too. I did this in the shape of a heart, and that features my silver fusing that I do. I call it sprinkled silver. Basically, I'm fusing pieces together, as you see there, to give it a really one-of-a-kind look. All my pieces are one of a kind, by the way. Now I wanted to show you how well it goes with other gems. It goes with almost everything because it's white. Hello. But these are a couple of pieces I'm designing. This is a ruby zoisite, which is zoisite is the stone, and then they have it has some a little bit of ruby in it. And this one actually has a lot of ruby, and it's going to be paired with this right here. I haven't had it soldered on there yet, but that will be a pendant when I'm finished. It also goes great with turquoise. I want you to see the two together. I mean, holy cow, it's beautiful. This is another piece I'm working on. This will be the large, I probably should just leave it down here. It's going to be easier for you to see. This is going to be the large moonstone, and then I want to highlight it with a piece of onyx. And onyx, if you don't know, is not always solid black. In fact, there's lots of yellows, etc. in it. And so this shows off some of the other colors, and there's just a little touch of white in there, which is going to be just perfect to go with this. And then lastly, I'll show you one I'm doing over here, which is going to be, this is the piece, the moonstone. Again, I think you can really see the color there. Yeah, look at that. And I'm going to pair it with amethyst, deep, deep purple amethyst. So those two together are just going to be gorgeous. These are just a few of the other pieces that you can see. These will be earrings. Most of these will either be pendant. I might do an earring like different but the same kind of shape, because I kind of like that concept as well. That's, you can see what I've done here. Okay, so that pretty much covers the look of the moonstone. And only other thing I wanted to tell you is it is considered a spiritual stone, and it has been used for healing. It's also considered a protective stone. So when you're wearing it, it's supposed to protect you from the elements. Anyway, I hope this gave you a good overview of what moonstone is. And if you want to subscribe, I'd appreciate that. That's down here. No, I think the liking is here, the subscribing is here. Anyway, please do that. I am going to be doing more on different gemstones and also some of my studio work, so you can see what I'm doing. Thank you for joining me.